Someone is lying in this game between the United States and Iran. But let me ask you something first. Who is really controlling the narrative? The one who speaks the loudest or the one acting behind the scenes? Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel because this kind of analysis makes all the difference in understanding what's really happening. Now, let's get straight to the point because the situation has become clearer and at the same time more confusing. The Strait of Hormuz has been opened, that's a fact, but it wasn't a simple or definitive opening. Iran has established very clear rules. Only civilian vessels are allowed to pass, following a specific route close to Iranian territory, precisely to avoid areas with naval mines. Military ships are prohibited, and most importantly, all movement requires direct authorization from the Revolutionary Guard. In other words, the strait is open, but under full Iranian control. That completely changes the interpretation. This is not freedom of navigation. It's conditional access. Now comes the other side of the story. President Donald Trump has repeatedly claimed that Iran has already accepted virtually all American conditions, including something extremely sensitive, handing over all of its enriched uranium. But this is where the narrative starts to split, because from the Iranian side, the response was direct, official, and left no room for interpretation. A government spokesperson made it clear that the transfer of uranium never even considered, and went further, stating that this material is treated as part of Iran's own territory, something non-negotiable. This isn't just a denial. It's a red line, and when a country calls something sacred in political terms, it means it's not on the negotiating table. At the same time, there has been discussion about sanctions. There are reports suggesting a possible deal involving around $20 billion in frozen Iranian assets, essentially a trade, easing sanctions in exchange for nuclear concessions. But Trump completely denied this in an interview, saying the United States wouldn't pay not even 10 cents. This is where you start to see two parallel realities. On one side, an American narrative of total victory, as if Iran were fully conceding. On the other, an Iranian narrative of resistance, claiming it hasn't conceded anything essential. And that leads to the most important point in this entire situation: action versus rhetoric. Iran said it would open the strait if there was a ceasefire in Lebanon. The ceasefire happened, even if temporarily, and the strait was opened. That is a concrete action aligned with what was said. On the American side, what we have so far are strong statements, but without equivalent practical confirmation on the most critical issues, like uranium. That doesn't automatically determine who is right or wrong, but it clearly shows we are dealing with a battle of narratives. And this battle is just as important as the military one, because it influences markets, allies, and even future negotiations. In the middle of all this, there are rumors of new meetings, possibly in the coming days, but with one important detail. Iran no longer accepts temporary ceasefires. It wants something definitive with real guarantees. And that complicates everything because it requires concessions from both sides. And so far, neither seems willing to give in on the main points. So the real situation is this: the strait is open, but under strict control. The United States claims total progress. Iran denies any strategic concessions, and negotiations, if they are happening, are still far from a clear agreement. This is not peace. This is a pressure game where every word is calculated. Now, I want to hear from you. Looking at the facts, not the narratives, who seems more aligned between what they say and what they actually do? Drop your comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to follow the next developments, because this story is far from over.